Alright, hello everyone. So today is Monday. Let's get started. Now, with the news this week, we've got Monday and Thursday. Coincidentally, if you check out your swing days, you'll have things that are like related to this, which we're going to be using to trade. Now, this is gold as usual. Remember last week, Monday, we were buyers at the low. Tuesday, pullback buyers into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I didn't trade as usual. And now we've got this set up here, as you can see. I'm just going to take this, put that, and that, and that is going to measure my channel. As you know, I've done a mirror of the channel, and it's up there. If I just do this, scale fix. Wait a second. There we go. Right, so this is the scale. Just mirrored it. So if you learned technical analysis from me, you should be able to do that as well. Just mirror it up. If we do break out, so this is where we should be heading on the way up. So I'm going to get rid of this as well now. Let's get rid of that. So we've got the top, and this is the bottom zone there. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, and this, as you can see, is already done. Okay, so the market going up is not normal and natural. As you can see, pretty close to PST, nicely on the targets there. What we want to do is keep pushing up. Okay, so until the swing days that are coming up, I posted them on Sunday. You can check it out. So if there's a pullback, going up is not a bad idea. The hours are here. The market moved pretty quickly because we did have trade hours at 4 o'clock, but it's no use giving you that without the technical analysis. In fact, we had hours here as well, which you could have used. And if you learned financial astrology from me, you would have already had those hours. You would have calculated them yourself, so not a problem. But for the benefit of the video and our position right now, as you can see, we've got the hours hanging out there. So if the market does come back in trading hours, you can go up. If it goes up into the swing day, selling is not a bad idea either. All right, because harsh selling on Friday, the market, as you can see, was in accordance as well with what we were planning. Okay, because we had Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday, as you can see, Thursday, and then with the news Friday, big dump. All right, so if we go back up again, selling on the swing days is not a bad idea if they match your hours off that day. And if you want to follow this up, that's also okay. Let it come back down, probably into the closing opening price or the weekly. If it's a trade hour, you can push it up. Euro dollar, same thing. The swing days are a little different, as you know. So going up into a swing day, maybe today and even the next one too, and then selling off is an option. But what we want to do is sell in this zone because it's a sell zone. Now, because it's a new month, you can take a look at the monthly here. We're pretty much in this triangle. And remember, I said if we break above this triangle, we've got room to go. So this thing may not come back and just keep pushing up, which is fine in any case for us. Okay, so if we do have the market pushing up, if it comes down, going long, I think is a good option. On the weekly last week, as you can see, that's market closing up. We're still in a resistance zone. So this is still a resistance zone. Selling here at these levels is okay. That's your 60 and 61.84, which is 1.09, 48.66. So 1.09, and these are the targets from last week. As you know, they were okay. 09.46, 66, just bear with me. Let's move this here. Okay, so on the weekly, I'm just going to move this up because it's already done. 46 is there. and 66 up here, and we're all good. All right, so market going up, looking for sell positions on a swing day is not a bad idea. As you can see, we've got a lot of room to cover here as well. So this is all the news. The market will need to probably come back. And if I turn this into a 1 hour chart, if the market does sell, which it should do at those levels, it needs to bring us back probably into this zone. Alright, so I don't mind marking this in as a target zone. Right, might look a bit too far out for you, but it's not really, because at the end of the day it's got to cover this zone. Alright, so pulling back, let's get rid of that. If there's a sell opportunity to pull back into here is an option. What you can also do is just take top to top, there, and see how that goes too. And also, if you want to, you can see this zone is pretty much the sell-off zone, and that's what the market did. So any up move into here I think is okay to kind of like sell off. Alright, so selling off at the highs in that triangle zone here is legit. Alright, so let's take a look. On the weekly, I gave you the targets. On the daily, it's a bit too far out, so you can sit tight and wait. On the 1 hour chart, like I said, if the market, you can watch the 1 hour chart for sure. If we get into that zone on a swing day, is good. If the market sells off, let's say the market sold off today, then on a pull back into it on a swing day, you can sell off again as well, no problem. Let's take a look at SP 500. Now SP 500, Monday's a swing day. Let's take a look at the monthly first before we go to the daily. There you go, that's your monthly. August, right, so we're on the 5th of August. The market already took a big beating there. On the weekly, as you can see, the market just getting knocked down, which is fine. It's bringing us into our PST zone here. Now look, I've got 28 there, which is 5,204. 5,204, I'm going to mark this in here. Okay, as you can see, let's just refresh this. Let's do that. So we still have a bit more room to come down into 5,204, but that's like a daily zone for us. So, and also last week you can see the market did the targets nicely. If you're using your PST indicator, you should be doing that really well with your targeting and entry. 5,204 is about here. So this is also a buy zone. So if I go into the level where the market took off, it's going to be the body here, the wick there, $5,204 is just there, 5,204 is there. Alright, so the market dipping down a little bit into this zone I think is okay, and if it does that, fine. Alright, so 28, 5,204 and 13. Alright, so that's 205. Let's put 13 here as well. So in that zone. All right, so targeting this zone into your trade hour to go long on a swing day is not a bad idea at all. As you can see from here, going back up is normal. Now, if the market does start to pick up, the good buy kiss is 41, 5,381. So I'm just going to do 5,381 up here. 5381 is there. Alright, so we've got a bit of room to go up into that zone if the market decides to pick up. So swing day, buy low, not a bad idea. Plus, got news Monday, Thursday. Alright, so check your swing days, match them up. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now with Dow Jones, same kind of thing. I've made a comment, so on the swing days, that might happen on Wednesday. If that does happen, that's applicable pretty much to the other indices as well. All right, and that's your Dow Jones. We're in the zone, it's all good. And like I said, today's also swing day for Dow Jones. Nice little gap there. Market coming down A, B, C in the order block. Going up is what we'd like to do. So here we are, nice and easy. All right. And on the monthly, as you can see, it's down. So any pull up, also when we go up, hopefully if the swing days are okay, normally they are, okay, so if that does happen, we should go up in order to sell down again. So I'm going to get rid of this channel here now. Well, I want to be, why? Because this is pretty much over, right? So what we'd like to see now is to have the market top to top, which is there, and bring it to the bottom there. All right, and then I can just actually do this. Maybe do that. Maybe do this. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so that's how it is. But this is the zone. All right, so we haven't broken yet. Now there is a 39,170 there. So 39,170 I'm going to put in there. 39,170. Whoopsie daisy. Is there. Alright, so pretty much there. I'm going to get rid of this. All these targets are done from last week, which is nice and easy. And this was the sell zone there. So if you sold off, you would have been just making a killing. And let's get rid of these. Alright, so that's your buy zone there, looking good. In the zone, 39,170. Is there still a bit of room to pop its head down? Look, it's a swing day, so you're either going to buy here or you're going to buy slightly lower as well. It could go a little bit lower, but this is pretty much the zone. If you're using PST, watch your hours, draw your lines, and say, you know what, just gonna wait for you to come a tad more down into here, which is fine. Okay, as you can see, this is a good zone. You can get back in the game. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. With NASDAQ, Monday also a swing day. As you can see, the indices are quite nicely rhythmed out. Nice and easy. New month coming down. Now we've got a monthly target 54. We're in the beginning of August, so that's 17,075 on the weekly. 17,672. I'm going to mark that in 17. 672 is there. Alright, just slightly above there is fine. 672. Right here. Okay, so all the indices have a little bit of room to go down, and then they should have a bit of a retracement up. On the daily, let's check it out. Squeeze this in. Look, this is covering the gap nicely. Okay, so this is all done. That's done. Let's now make an adjustment. Let's get rid of that. There's the gap. There's your candle. Okay, so that level was 17 on the weekly, 671. 17671. Pretty much. Well, pretty much there. Okay, pretty much just on the dot there, actually. All right, so this zone, so it looks like it's going to tap into this. This is a big drop with big gaps in there. So, you know, once it comes down, you should be looking to go up. All right, and that's how it is. And on Thursday, we'll see how the market goes, because if we're up with the news on Thursday, that's going to be then an opportunity to reverse from the highs. All right, so buying the low to go back up into the news is okay. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, if you recall, I did say we should break that level on the sideways market. Monday was a swing day, that's your Monday, and I said we would get back into there, and we are in there. All right, so no big deal here. If you're following the videos, you should be all good. All right, the only thing I said be careful for was like no selling here. You got to wait for the retracement to sell off. The market did everything as we predicted, and there we are. Market down at 53,167. We're in this zone. This I drew way before, as you know. So here we are. Now with Bitcoin as well. All right, all good. You can wait for your swing days. Maybe it'll muck around here a little bit, and you can trade it off. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap here. You'll want to fill them out. No problem. It's a new month. It's a new month. All right, there we are on the targets. 54, 51,309, 51,309, 51,309, 51. Okay, so 51,309 is around here. All right, so just in this zone. Okay, so we should still tap in there. This is all nice and good. The reason I drew that line there before was because of the gap here, all right, which the market did. All right, so that's a good feeling. It's done the gap, and it's all fine. So, people wanting to buy in from here is logical. It's not a problem. And on the weekly, there you go. 40 level, 52,662. If you're using your PST, this is your, I'm just going to move this down, 52,662. Well, 662 is pretty much here. All right, so there you go. I mean, it's still low. What can I tell you? All right, so a bit of a push up is also legit. Maybe into the swing days, like I said, so you'll have to mark them in. All right, and that's basically it with Bitcoin. Obviously no selling here. You should have done all the selling I told you up here, and also no selling here, but on the pullback I did say you can sell, and I did say this is going to break, probably highly likely this will break, and it will bring us down here. So if you follow that all the way from the swing days, you should be in just fine. Here, you need to buy a little bit to push up into the next swing day, but I do the buying on the retest. Okay, and that's basically it though. The weekly, it's a good level, it's right on the PST, so you don't want to miss that out as well. And on the monthly, we've got just a little bit more room to go, but the monthly is a bigger time frame, and because the bigger time frame, it may not be exact on the dot. The more precise ones are the weekly and the daily, as you know. All right, so that's that.